Good evening, people. My name's Darksmoka. I will be commentating over this race tonight. Tonight we are hosting the team versus team race. This is NXT GEN versus MRC. This has been a 12-week series. This is round 7 tonight from Lago Maggiore. So there's 2 sprint races tonight. First race is a 10 lap race, and the second race is an 18 lap race. Slightly different configurations for the 2 races. So the first race, the 10 lap race, is a full tank of gas from start and any combination of the tyres between racing softs and racing hards. And the second race this evening will be an 18 lap race, and they start with half a tank and they must use 2 different compounds of tyres. So fuel wear is on, that's at times, fuel consumption is on, that's at times 3, and tyre wear is on, that's times 4. We've got the penalty system on, and we've got no ghosting for back markers. So just like to give a shout out to David Appleby Engineering, or DAE. The guys there have sponsored this series by offering 2 tickets to the British GT race down at Brands Hatch. That comes with garage access as well, so be a good day out. So thank you to them for that. We will keep mentioning them throughout the evening. You will see logos on the back of the car regarding the DAE logo on the back of the cars. Excuse me. So we're just about to start quali. It'll be a 15-minute quali, and then we drop straight into the first race. As I say, that's a 10 lapper, and then it's a reverse grid for the second race of the evening. There was meant to be a new driver tonight, Azumis. Unfortunately, he's away on holiday, so he can't actually make it. We did have a new driver join last week, ADX Dawson, did really well, came second. So fair play to him. See how he gets on tonight. So we'll just wait for I think that's it. Most people are in. Cashman's in. Okay, 9, 10, 11. Sorry, 10 in because I'm not racing. So right, let's jump into quali then. Let's go and have a look at MRC Bobby, who's the man at the front at the minute. Obviously no time set. The guys have just come out of the pit, so this is a warm-up lap for them. Just catch Bobby going a bit wide there. So these times will come down as the guys hit their second laps. Let's just have a quick flick through the pack then. So the times aren't showing at the minute. This is only the second lap. 15-minute quali, and then we drop straight into the first race. Hyperio's had a win in one of these races. Potter McPott has won the majority of these races. He's sitting at the top of the championship in the Pro League. There are 2 lobbies open tonight. This is the Pro League, there is the Pro Am as well. So another bunch of lads are racing around the same track, same format. All aiming for the same prize as well. They're all, they're only determined Pro or Pro Am, determining on their quali times that were sent in before this series started. Start seeing some laps coming in soon. Just give everyone a bit of coverage. Evening, people. Andre, how you doing? No, this is the Pro, my friend. Unfortunately, you can't join tonight. If you speak to Neville Cluley or Potter McPott 79, he's organising this race. So give him a shout after the race, and he'll see what he can do for you next week. So lap time's coming in then. Potomac Pot holding first at the minute with a 1:54.0. Hyperio in second with a 1:54.6. No problem, Andre. Bobby with a 1:55.2. He's just been overtaken by Louis, who's done a 1:55.0. Bobby in fourth. Oh, he's dropped a fair old bit back now. So Louis in fourth, Chewy D in fifth with a 1:55.5. Elgame with a 2:03, still on his first hot lap. Same with ADX Dawson, looks like they're just having a little bit of a cruise around. Maybe burning some fuel off. Back to the fronts. We'll just catch Chewy D going wide there into the sand. Yeah, it depends what time you send the message, Andre. He might have had the lobby already set up, and once the lobby's set up, he finds it a bit distracted to answer messages and bits and bobs. Obviously, there is a lot of chatter on these on the group chats about the race, and it does get a bit hectic at times. He will get back to you. If he doesn't get back to you, I'll get hold of him and make sure he gets back to you. Okay, mate? So Potomac Pot still holding fastest lap at the minute. 1:54.0. Well, he may have been at work or overwhelmed with the amount of messages. I'll get hold of him, Andre. I'll let him know. Maybe it's just come up in his outbox and he's not seen it. Like I say, there are a lot of messages that come through on the group chat. Like I say, I'll give him a shout after the race. So the guys burnt a bit of fuel off, coming in the pits for fresh tyres. So the car's now a little bit lighter. These guys might be able to get some faster laps in. So this is ADX Dawson, new driver last week, came in second. Yeah, he came second in at Fuji in the endurance. Oh, we just catch him going into the wall there. I'm not sure if there's a stream from Pro-Am, Andre. I believe Chris Wall Boxing or CJW Boxing on YouTube may have a stream going, but I believe it's just from his perspective, so you'll only see his race rather than being able to flick through the order. See MRC Bobby. As we see him go by, I do like the sound of that that Nissan that flies by. It has got a nice sound to it. Cheers, Andre. You stick around, mate. You never know, you might see a lot more action. It seems like quite a full lobby. It's always better when there's more people on track. So I believe this is one of the Gran Turismo made-up tracks, the fantasy tracks. Unfortunately, I've had a quick Google. I don't know any corner names. So it might just be turn 1, corner 3, the wiggly bit. We'll see. Nip back up to the front now, keep your eye on Potter. So he's got a 154, even faster 154.0 now. His fastest was a 154.0, but he has still beaten that. So he's burnt off nearly half a tank. Coming for a fresh set. Let's see what he can do after that. So Hyperio's had Potter McPot under some pressure during some of these races. Dangly ball also. So Hyperio now with the fastest lap, 153.9. So he is out on fresh rubber. So we'll have to see what Potter McPot can do when he comes out. So he's just on his out lap now, so it won't be this lap. So we see Dangly ball coming out of the pits on fresh rubber as well. Thought most of the guys will be running the racing softs. We've not got the super softs, we've just got racing softs, racing mediums or racing hards to use tonight. They can use any tyres they want for this race, and they have to use 2 compounds for the second race of the evening. Dangly ball sitting in third then with a 154.7, 154.9 for L game. Louis with a 155.0, ABX Dawson with a 155.2, APA3 with a 155.2 also, MRC Bobby 157.5, Chewy D with a 155.8, Cashman with a 156.3, and Street Boy with a 156.6. Got about 3 more minutes left of quali before the first race. See if the guys can put in a couple of fast ones. Now they've burnt some fuel off, fresh tyres. It seemed to work for Hyperio. Stop it, Thor. It's a naughty thing to be doing. So 153.8 now for Hyperio. So he's looking good tonight, Hyperio. 2 real quick laps there from him. See what the rest of the lads have got to put towards that. So only point 2 behind Potter McPot. Got a couple of laps to give it a go. Yeah, there's quite a few regulars in this one, Andre. Oh, we just catch Potter McPot. Getting it wrong there. So pushing a little bit hard on the new tyres, trying to get that first place. He's not got long left to try and do anything about Hyperio's fastest. He's got him in second though. Again, doing a good job in third as well. Again, this is only qualifying people. Oh, you got a few then. Louis L Game, Chewy D, and APA3 you drive with. Alright, we've got L Game facing the wrong way on track. Sorry if I miss a bit of action, people. I am trying to keep up with the comments on YouTube as well. Dangly ball doing alright in fourth. Louis holding fifth with a 155.0. Chewy D smoking the back tyres of his Audi with a 155.2. ADX Dawson sitting in 7th with a 155.2 also. APA 3 with a 155.2. MRC Bobby fastest 157.5. Maybe struggling a bit, Bobby. Street Boy in 10th and HL Cashman in 11th. This is the end of quali now, folks. So that's the order as it stands. We flick through 5th. So first Hyperio, 2nd Potter, 3rd Dangly Ball, 4th Louis, 5th L Game, 6th Chewy D, 7th APX Dawson, 8th is APA 3, 9th is MRC Bobby, 10th is Street Boy, and 11th is Cashman. So again, I doubt we're going to have any options on the cameras again, people. No mitigation, Thor. Hyperio at the front. So they're off. It's a good start by everyone. As they come into the first turn, this is a real tight 90 degree. Potter pot around the outside. He takes first place and he holds it. So Louis up into 3rd now. Chewy D into 4th. As you can see, L Game in 5th. MRC Bobby in 6th. Cashman in 7th. APA 3 in 8th, Street Boy in 9th, APDX Dawson in 10th, and Dangly Ball down to 11th. So just flick back to the front, keep around the guys at the front. So Pot holding first place, got half a second lead. So good start from him. Hyperio and Pot have pulled a bit of a lead out to Louis now. Yeah, we have no camera options, unfortunately, people, so we'll be sticking with cinematic. So Potter pulling a bit more of a gap on Hyperio, but Hyperio's got almost a second on Louis. He's got Chewy D chasing right down. There's a head down the hill now into the real hard, fast hairpin. Oh, Dangly Ball looking down the inside. Oh, sorry, L Game, excuse me. And pushing Chewy D up the hill. So Chewy D under a lot of pressure. So Bobby has got past L Game into 5th. Right on the back of Chewy D. Just jump back to the front. So Potter's pulled, has kept his gap of 0.8 to Hyperio. Hyperio's lost a little bit to Louis. Louis coming back at him. Bobby's right on the back of Chewy D now. See if he can get it down the straight. He's pulled out, he's taking the inside line. Has he got the brakes? Oh, he pulls out. Good bit of racing from these guys, real tight, kept it clean. So let's see if they can get it done down the next straight into the off-camber right-hander at the bottom of the hill. Can Bobby do it? L Game losing a little bit of time to these guys, so not this time. MRC Bobby. Just have a scroll through the pack, make sure we're not missing any action. L Game got Cashman closing him down. Cashman hasn't managed to gain himself 3.5 seconds penalty though. APA 3, 1.7 back from Cashman. Street Boys lost a little bit of time to APA 3. The Dangly Balls had a bit of a mare, down into 10th, and ADX Dawson down into 11th. So unfortunate for him. So Potter Pot with a 1.2 second lead now, 1.3. Don't know whether Hyperio's at a moment or Potter's just pulling away. Louis sticking with him though, and he's dragging Bobby and Chewy D. Bobby's managed to get past Chewy D now. He's dragging the pair back towards Hyperio and Potter. Let's see if they can close the gap. It is only 10 laps this one, people. So if it gets a little bit argy-bargy, it wouldn't surprise me. Especially if they get close towards the end of the race. Cashman's got APA 3 catching him. He's got a bit of a gap back to Street Boy 02 though. MRC Dangly Ball got a bit more time, pulled out on ADX Dawson. He's still sitting at the back. Looks like he's had a big moment into the wall there. So Potter's had his lead reduced. Hyperio's now within a second of him, and gained a chunk of time on Louis in third. Louis under pressure from MRC Bobby. See if Louis can keep his cool. It's not nice having someone bearing down in your mirrors like that. Put you right off. Quite close enough on the hairpin. He's taken a slightly better line into it though. Maybe he's got the run up the hill. He's got the inside line. Can he keep it round this next corner? Yes, he can. It was going to be a difficult one. Louis may have had the run for the inside line, but Bobby takes the place up into third now, so good driving from Bobby. So these two pulled out a massive great chunk on third place. Just see Hyperio catching a bit of grass there, losing a bit of time to Potter. He's got his second gap back now. So Hyperio with the fastest lap of a 1:53.6. He's just rolled that in the third lap. So Louis being pressured by Chewy D now as well. Game going wide there. Can he hold it together? Yes. And also APA 3 and Cashman getting it a little bit wide, and ADX Dawson as well. Everyone managed to keep it clean though, not spin out. It's never going to do you race any favours. APA 3's under a lot of pressure from Cashman. Oh, we just catch Cashman going wide there. Still holding his 3.5 second penalty though, Cashman. So MRC Dangly Ball up into 9th. He's managed to get past Street Boy. Have to keep an eye on him, see if he can make his way, take any more places before the end of the race. So we nip up to Potter. He's got over a second and a half on Hyperio now. Again, still got a massive gap back to third with MRC Bobby. Still got Louis pretty close, and the pair of these have pulled a bit of a gap to L-Game and Chewy D. L-Game managed to get past Chewy D now. Got a big old gap back to APA 3. Again, we are missing a driver tonight. It was Zumis, I believe his name is, or Zomis, Zamo, something. I'm sure I'll be corrected on it when I get it wrong next week. Yeah, he was supposed to start this week, but he's on holiday. How dare he? Better be watching live. Better be watching the live stream, even if you're on holiday with your wife. Come on, stop messing about. So Potter's still doing really well in this race. He took first place on the second corner, and he's held it since. Imperio's not letting him go though. She gets a bit wide on that one. Gets a bit of a driftertronic on. Louis and Bobby still battling it out. I don't want to give the old commentator's curse, but it does look like MRC Bobby has kind of got the hang of this car this week. I apologise, Bobby, if you suddenly spin off track. Yeah, Louis' right on him. He's got the slip down the hill. Don't think he's quite close enough into this corner though. Get a good run out the corner, he might get it up the hill, take Bobby back the same way he got taken. Not quite close enough this time. Chewy D putting L game under some pressure now. As I say, it's never nice to have someone that close in your mirrors. One slight mistake, teeny little nudge, it can go wrong for both of you. So you will notice on the backs of most of these cars and the fronts the DAE logo of David Appleby Engineering. Those guys have sponsored this series with 2 tickets to Brands Hatch. So thank you to them. Again, there are 2 lobbies tonight. This is the Pro Series. There is the Pro-Am running as well concurrently with this one. They're running the same format, so 2 races with the same tyre wear, etc, etc. All fighting for the same prize, only separated by their initial qualifying times to get into the Pro or the Pro-Am leagues. So there will be links in the description to the David Appleby Engineering website. Please go check them out. If you like your car racing, that's the place to go. If you need bits and bobs for your supersonic car, also that is the place to go. I've had a look at their website myself. Nothing for my epoxy Mark 5 Golf GTI on there, but maybe I'll speak to them nicely and they can do something. Lol. So we'll just flick through the pack. Oh, we just catch L game. He's peeled off to the left there. Maybe making sure that Chewy D doesn't get the slipstream down the hill. Good bit of driving from him. APA3 kind of out on his own. A few seconds either side of him. Still holding 2-second penalty though. Needs to lose that really. He's got to be careful that Street Boy doesn't get him though while he's doing it. ADX Dawson managed to make 2 places up. He was down in 11th. Cashman's dropped back a few places. And Dangly Ball having a bit of a mare down in 11th now. Jump back up to the front, so Hyperio's still on the back of Potter. Bit of gap between them. But Hyperio's not one to let that gap extend very much. It's pretty quick. Potter does seem to have the grip of this race though. So Bobby being pressured by Louis now. Can Louis get it done on the run down the hill? It's a difficult corner to get right, this one. I think every time I take it, I take a different line every time I go around it. So Louis got a good run out the hill now. He's got Bobby on the inside. Can he keep it? No, not quite up to this one. No, he's decided to back out. It was a good look, Louis. It was a good look. He did have a good run. But he has got his chance into this next hairpin down here as well. And he is right on the back of Bobby now. Looking like he's going to go for it. Oh, Bobby's pulled into the inside, made it difficult for him. Can Louis get the run? It's not looking like it. Yeah, there's some good lines, Andre, some good lines, very defensive driving. It's all clean as well, which is good. That's what we want to see. So we'll just jump back up to the front and slowly work our way through the pack. Hyperion still holding the fastest lap with a 1:53.6. Yeah, some good drivers, mate, some good drivers. So Bobby's still being pressured by Louis. Can he hold it together? He's got 2 more laps to do it. So Louis looking good. He's got, he's taking a different line there. Not enough to worry Bob by the look of it. Game made a bit of a gap on Chewy D now, so relieved himself of a bit of pressure there. Chewy D's got a great big 8-second gap back to ADX Dawson, who has actually managed to make another place up. Street Boy also managed to make a place. Looks like APA3's had a bit of a moment. Cashman still holding a penalty. APA3 down to 10th now. Dangly Ball having a bit of a nightmare in the BMW. I believe he's been in the pits for fresh tyres. So Hyperion now with 3 seconds behind Potter. Maybe he's had a bit of a moment. Fortunate we've missed it. Bobby's still being chased by Louis. We'll keep our eye on this battle. I do just want to keep my eye on the L game Chewy D battle as well. I don't think Chewy D is close enough to make an impression at this minute. Gap's increasing a little bit, so we'll flip back to the MRC Bobby and Louis fight. So Bobby managed to gain a bit of time on Louis now. Might not look a lot, but in racing terms, it's loads. So yeah, good to see some clean driving, clean racing. That's what we expect in these lobbies. Bobby fend off Louis for the next lap and a half. Louis showing his face though. In all the corners, here I am, here I am. I'm in your mirrors, Bobby. He's looking punchy down here. Bobby stayed out wide. Still not quite close enough. Oh, he may have gone for the dive. No. But he has got a good run up the hill. He's gone for the outside line. Not quite close enough. It's looking like he was going for the outside line. Then switch back to the inside line for that corner, but not close enough for that one, I don't think. So he must be thinking this is it, now or never, last lap. One more corner to go. And then the final lap. Can he get a good run onto the start-finish straight, do anything into the first corner? He's looking close. He's gone for the dive, no, he's pulled out again. Fortunate Louis. Bobby's just, I think he knows where you're going to go, mate. He's already aware, and he's already making adjustments to suit. flick through to Potter McPot at the front, holding his 3-second lead now. Good race from Potter. Also a good race from Hyperio. Pair have pulled out a fair old gap to the rest of the pack. Hyperio losing a place off the start though to Potter. Potter holding that first place till the end by the looks of it. So again, Louis looking close down this long straight before the hairpin. Bobby taking the inside line, gone defensive. Louis looks like he's got the run down the outside, but he's not going to get the position down here unless he gets a real good run out this corner, which he's got. So he's got the inside line running up the hill. It's the outside line for the first corner. It looks like he might be a little bit too far back. Oh, yeah. Good try, Louis. Oh, he's going for a dive. Unfortunately, the cameras... Has he got it? And now he's on the outside for the... he's on the outside for this next corner, though. Oh, Bobby just runs wide a little bit. Oh, Bobby holds the place. It's going to be tight. This is the last corner, people. Let's keep it clean, boys. Oh, it's going to be to the line. Louis got it in a minute. Oh, and he takes it. Whew. Well done, boys. L game in 5th. Flipping heck. I missed everything. So Potter in 1st, Hyperio in 2nd, Louis in 3rd, Bobby in 4th, L game in 5th, ADX Dawson in 6th, Street Boy in 7th, Chewy D in 8th, APA 3 in 9th, Cashman in 10th, and Dangly Ball rounding up the pack in 11th. That was a good race there, people. See Dangly Balls coming across the line. So yeah, real good race. Potter, Hyperio, Louis, Bobby, L game. I've missed the places now. Again, I always forget to take photographs of that so I can read them out to you people. Very professional, as you can see. So congratulations, Potter. Good race from you. Also good race from Bobby as well to hold Louis off. Real good race. It looks like Dangly Ball and ADX Dawson may have had a bit of a moment. So there will be a little gap now, maybe a 5 or 10 minute gap, just while people will have drinks, go to the toilet, etc. Might not be that long. It does now leave me in the awkward position of having to chat nonsense for the next 5 to 10 minutes. So I'll chat nonsense. So thanks for watching, people. Andre, thanks for all your comments, mate. All helps get the page noticed via the YouTube algorithms. So if you like what you're watching, give us a shout, give us a like, say hello, subscribe, all that malarkey. You know the game. There will be links in description at the end of the stream, people, for the David Appleby Engineering website. There will also be links in description to the MRC Facebook page and the NGR Facebook page. So MRC is Mature Racing Club and NGR is Next Gen Racing. Both a bunch of lads that pages set up for all different types of sim racing, be it PC based, PlayStation, etc. There's pages all over the place for different games. For MRC, there's the MRC Gran Turismo page, there's the MRC Dirt Rally page. So real good effort from the guys there that help set those pages up. So a big shout out to Dennis Schuer and Mark Sykes for spending the time with all the pages. Again, there will be links in description below. So next race, as I say, there will be a Potter McPot's just put up 10 minutes till race 2 starts, so So the next race is 18 laps. They will start with half a tank, and they must use 2 different compounds of tyre between the racing softs and the racing hards. Fuel consumption is on, that's at ×3, and tyre wear is on at ×4. So they will have to pit during this race. The first race they didn't have to, but this race they will. So like I say, this is the team versus team event. This is the Next Gen Racing versus MRC GR3 Pro League. This is round 7 from Lago Maggiore. It's a sprint race tonight, so there's 2 races, a 10 lap and an 18 lapper. Next week is round 8, that's from Dragon Trail Gardens. That is also a sprint race, so the same format as tonight. And then we've got BB Infield, Blue Moon, isn't it? Blue Moon BB Infield, I never remember the name of that. That's also a sprint race, again same format as tonight. And then round 10 is Nürburgring 24-hour, so that's the GP course included in the Nordschleife. That's an enduro race. So the enduros is a slightly different setup. It's a 50-minute race, and it is maximum fuel and any tyres between racing softs and racing hards, and they can use any combination of the tyres. They're not they don't have to change compounds if they don't want to for the enduros. Again, this season is sponsored by David Appleby Engineering. They've offered 2 tickets to the British GT race down at Brands Hatch, so thanks to them. Would be interested to know if they're listening, if they do watch, whether they pay any attention. I know there's a couple of shouts on the Next Gen page for James Appleby. Whether he actually watches the races, I don't know. So they do get plenty of shouts on here. I hope you guys do go and check the page out. I don't believe I finished reading the races, did I? No, I didn't. So we got to round 10. This is a 12-week round season, so round 11 is Catalonia, that's a sprint race, and round 12 is Cirque de la Sarthe, and that's an enduro. So I do believe there may be, don't quote me on this, there may be a break in the races next week for bank holiday and bits and bobs like that, just to give the people with kids time. Potter McPot just reminding everyone that 2 compounds of tyre have to be used. So let's just flick to track. Obviously there's going to be some people ripping around the track, getting some laps in. Flick to the front man Hyperio, just keep her on him. So don't be fooled, people, this is not the race, this is just a little gap in between the races. Probably 5 minutes left before the start of the next race, unless everyone's back in the lobby. Start a couple of minutes earlier. So to your point earlier, Andre, about messaging Neville Cluley, I think he does listen to the stream after the races. So if he doesn't get in contact with you after the race, or I don't get in contact with him to get in contact with you, he'll hear all this chatter in this stream. So one way or the other, I'm sure he'll get in contact with you. ADX Dawson put a flyer in at 154.5. Not that it matters in this race. This is a reverse grid of the first race. Like I say, this is only a warm-up, so don't be fooled, people. Yeah, he had a bit of a nightmare in the last race. Managed to get up to 7th from the back. Must have had a bit of a moment. Had a good race last week, came 2nd behind Potter. Was put him under pressure near the end of the race as well. So about 2 minutes till the race starts. Missing one from the lobby. It's Potter McPot at the minute. He won't have gone far. It's his lobby. He was commenting earlier. He did mention to me that for some reason, everybody this week was going to get a penalty just because he felt like it. He said everyone's going to start on the back of the grid, apart from him, which I thought was a little unfair. I don't know why I've left it on Cashman so long. So Potter just changed the settings there. Now 18 laps. It's race 2. Reverse grid from the first race. And they start with half a tank of fuel. So we'll just wait for the settings to load in. Wait for everyone to rejoin the lobby and then we'll start the race. So not everyone in yet. Still 4 drivers missing. 3 drivers missing. So we have been having some glitching recently in the races, and it may well have been me. So I'm hardwired in tonight. Oh, Driftertronic Chewy D. We like that. Not during the race though, please. You can do what you want during the race, but it won't do you any favours, I wouldn't have thought. Still waiting on a couple, I think. No, I think everyone's in. So, race about to start. Bobby's not going to get time to do what he wanted to do, which is probably first corner. So, race 2 then, people. Reverse grid of the first race, 18 laps, half a tank of fuel. They will have to use 2 different compounds of tyre. So Dangly Ball at the front, then Cashman, then APA 3, Chewy D, Street Boy, ADX Dawson, L Game, Bobby, Hyperio and Potter McPot. So we'll keep our eye on Dangly Ball at the front. There's no settings on. Excuse me, people. Alright, we're in. It's off the line. Cashman's managed to... Oh, he's going around the outside. Just taken first place off MRC Dangly Ball. Chewy D through the pack as well into second. ADX Dawson managed to get up into third now. Bobby up into fifth. APA 3 in third. As Dangly Ball and Bobby are swapping places left and right. APA 3 in sixth. L Game in seventh. Street Boy in eighth. Oh, Cashman's had a mare. Louis in ninth. And Cashman now back in 11th. Hyperion and Louis swapping places there while I was going through the order. So flick back up to the front. Chewy D now managed to get past ADX Dawson into first place. ADX Dawson is on him. MRC Bobby is not letting him go either. They've got a bit of a gap now to fourth. MRC Dangly Ball being chased by L Game. Potter McPot up into sixth. Started at the back of the grid. So ADX Dawson getting Chewy D down the inside into the hairpin. Can he hold the position? And he's done it. Good bit of driving from ADX Dawson. Bit squidgy on the way out. Got a wheel on the sand there. Managed to hold the place though as Bobby goes down the inside of Chewy D as well. And he holds the place. So Chewy D losing 2 places around 2 corners. Unfortunate for him. L Game now in front of MRC Dangly Ball. Potter up into 6th. Hyperio's made a couple of places up. He started in 10th on the grid. ADX Dawson having a good race. I know it's only first lap, but managing to get up into first and holding the position. Half a second gap back to Bobby as well, who's managed to get past Chewy D. He lost that halfway around the last lap, didn't he? So we'll just slowly flick through the order. So L Game closing down on the back of Chewy D as well. Making a bit of a gap to Dangly Ball. Potter McPot chasing Dangly Balls down. So looking to fight his way through the pack. Hyperio up into 7th now, so he's managed to get past Louis and Street Boy. Cashman had a mare on the first lap, put himself back into 11th. So he's got a big old gap back to APA 3 in 10th. Street Boy down in 9th, but he's chasing Louis. So Louis had a good race with Bobby last race. Let's see what he can do in this one. Hyperio open to 7th, right behind Potter McPot. Potter McPot taking the defensive line into the hairpin. Can Hyperio do it around the outside? Oh, a bit of contact, but clean. So they're side by side coming up the hill. Hyperio will have the inside line for this corner. And he's taken the place, I think, from Potter. Yeah, Potter's had to drop in behind him. Potter dropped a place into 7th now. Back up to the front of the pack. Also Bobby right on the back of ADX Dawson there. It's a good time to flick back. Looking down the inside into this corner. ADX Dawson just going a little bit wide, giving Bobby the run. He's got the inside line and down the start finish straight. Should be able to take the place into this corner. Oh, ADX Dawson's had a good run though. He's kept the line into the hairpin. So side by side going through there. MRC Bobby's just kept the place though. He would have had the line into this corner anyway. And then into this almost hairpin. Feels like a hairpin when you're going around it, to me. So a good bit of racing by Bobby. Chewy D still in the mix with these two. L Game's closed a bit of time. He has got himself 0.9 of a second penalty though. We do do ask that these guys lose their penalty cleanly, sort of not in corners when you've got people right behind you. Things like that, it can put you off. So Hyperion up into 5th. Made a bit of gain on Potter. Potter's 1.7 seconds back now. He's got Louis pretty close behind him. Street Boy 3 seconds back from Louis. APA3 about a similar gap back to APA3 from Street Boy. Oh, we just catch him going in the wheel on the grass there, the sand there, I think. Getting a little bit drifty. So Cashman's managed to get his way past Dangly Ball. I missed what's happened to Dangly Ball, he must have had a mare. Unless he was losing a penalty. So jump back up to the front. So Bobby's lost the place again to ADX Dawson now. So these two having a real good battle. ADX Dawson with a line into there. Bobby taking it wide to maybe get the cut back on the way out. Slightly better run. Not a lot of places to overtake into these 2 corners. But he's got the inside line into this right. And he takes the place. Can ADX Dawson keep him in the slipstream down the hill? This is also a naughty corner. He's not got him on this one. Chewy D's managed to gain a place, gain some time back on the pair of them due to the battle. So it's going to be a good fight between these 3 if they keep it clean. Elgame still holding his penalty. Imperio extending his gap now to Potter. Louis still on the back of Potter though. He's gained a bit of time on him. APA 3 is 7 seconds back from Louis. Cashman's 2 seconds back from APA 3. So almost 9 seconds back to Dangly Ball. Oh, Street Boy at the back now. So he must have had a spin. So Bobby's taken the place back off. ADX Dawson must have had a spin. He's out of the equation from this little battle now. So Bobby's got a 1.4 second gap. Oh, ADX Dawson's left the group. Maybe a connection error. I wouldn't have thought it was anything Bobby's done. Usually a pretty clean driver from what I can gather. He's pulling that gap out a little bit to Chewy D though. Gained 0.1 of a second in the last couple of corners. But Elgame's closed down on him. And he's got a Hyperion right behind Elgame as well. So Hyperion having a good race. Started from 2nd last on the grid to 10th place, up into 4th. It's got a big old gap back to Potter McPot now. Started in 11th on the grid. So Louis losing a bit of time to Potter now. It does look like Potter's just managed to pull away a little bit. APA 3, NGR Cashman, Dangly Ball and Street Boy all holding their positions at the minute. Bobby pulling out a little bit more time on Chewy D, so he's up to 1.6 seconds now. It was 1.8 now. So Chewy D's got pressure from behind from Elgame. Right on him, can he get it done? No, not into that corner. He's got the inside line into this one though. Oh, he just had to back out. Again, very tight these few corners. Chewy D getting a bit wide on that one, getting drifty. Getting a little bit wide on that one as well. So can Elgame get the run down the hill onto the start finish straight? Chewy D's dived in the pits. MRC Bobby's also in the pits. the soft, going for a glug of fuel. Yeah, big shout out to Bob Bristow. He puts together some good videos during the GTTCC series. Bobby's out on the mediums now, so the guys do have to change compounds during this race. Anything between the racing softs and the racing hards. So Earl Games at the front at the moment. Hyperio closing him down though. Potomac Pot losing a little bit more time to Hyperio now as well. Again, Louis lost a bit of time to Potter also. Cashman managed to get past APA 3. So Cashman up into 5th. Again, these places will all jink around as the people coming in and out of the pits. We'll see whose strategy works out best. Don't think I've seen any 2-stop strategies. Sorry, I think they might all be doing 2-stop strategies. Possibly. L game in the pits now. So we've lost the driver. ADX Dawson's left the lobby. He was having a good race, holding first for a lap or two. Got overtaken by MRC Bobby. I don't know why he left the lobby. It's unfortunate. So Hyperio up into first as the guys have gone into the pits. Nearly 6 seconds lead on Potter. So very similar fuel consumption. Potter got some a lot less tyre wear though. He is on the mediums. He's obviously not been in the pits. He's out of fuel. It's a good old gap now. Hyperio's pulled to Potomac Pot. Thanks for that, ADX Dawson. So if you can read the comments, ADX has just popped in. He's got a real bad headache and he's had to jink out. Cheers for letting us know, mate. I'll pop that up in the lobby chat after this race. Just let the guys know. Potomac Pot gaining a bit of time back on Hyperio. I would have thought the pair of them dive in the pits this lap. It's going to be a short race if they don't. So Hyperio in now. Potter also in. Fresh set of tyres, big glug of fuel. We'll see where everyone starts to come out. Now the first pit stops are about done. So we'll flick up to the front. So Dangley Ball in first at the moment with a 4.7 second lead, 4.8. But he's only running half a tank of fuel and his tyres look pretty battered, so no doubt Dangley Ball will have to come in again. So Bobby's not long been in, doing well holding second. I'm sure once Dangley Ball goes in again, he'll take that place back. So Hyperio pretty close to the back of Bobby, 1.3 back from him now. Chewy D also still in the mix, holding fourth. So yeah, all the guys have been in. As you see Potter go for the overtake on L-Game down the hill. Has he got the run? He's kept the inside line. And he's kept the place. L-Game went a little bit wide there, no contact though. So Potter up to 6th after the pit stops. Right on the back of Street Boy now though. The fresh tyres doing it the world of good. Yeah, Street Boy's tyres are about battered. So he's already taken the inside line. Potter McPot on the start finish straight. Looking to get it done. Oh, he's just jigged back in behind him. And he goes for the overtake into the first corner. Oh, so Street Boy just getting it a bit wide there. Going off the track, and you do lose a lot of traction once that happens. And into the wall he goes. Unfortunate for Street Boy. Potter McPot making the most of that though. L-Game making the most of that also. Taking the pair of them, Potter McPot and Street Boy. Potter McPot looking like he was going to have a dive down the inside there. L-Game just getting it a little bit wide. Potter get down the inside. Looks like he's got the run done. Yeah. So back up into 5th. Potter McPot. Chewy D still holding station in 4th. Hyperio 3rd, right on the back of MRC Bobby. Keeping it clean around there though, the pair of them. Again, so MRC Bobby's under pressure. Yeah, Chewy D and ADX Dawson pressured him during one of these races. Now he's got Hyperio doing the same thing. Dankly Ball extending his gap a little bit, 6 seconds. He will have to stop again though, looking at those tyres. I think we just caught Hyperio getting a wheel on the grass there, kicking up some dust. Lost a bit of time to MRC Bobby. McPot still 5 seconds back from Hyperio. He's got Chewy D right on. Oh, he has gone past Chewy D now. So gaining a bit of time on Hyperio is Potter McPot. Now he's got past Chewy D. Oh, we just catch Chewy D having a bit of a moment there. So L-Game losing a place out to Chewy D also. Holding 0.4 of the second penalty. Should be easy to clear. Street Boy down in 7th. Louis in 8th. He was on the back of Potter McPot earlier. There's been a few spins that I've missed. Again, we have lost a driver tonight. There was 11 in the lobby. Unfortunately, ADX Dawson has had to leave. Hyperio still gaining time on Bobby. He's come around the last couple of corners before the start finish straight. So can Hyperio get it done down here? It does take a bit of a tighter line. Side by side. Looks like Hyperion might get it done. Bobby's kept the inside line to the next corner though. Oh, it's going to be tight. Now Hyperion's got the inside line for this corner and takes the place from MRC Bobby. Bobby will have a good run down the hill though. Hyperion's onto him though, takes the defensive line. This is all playing into the hands of Potter McPot, who's gained a second and a half to these guys now. So Bobby not letting it go. Oh, Chewy D's left the room as well. So I don't know what's going on with Chewy D. Yeah, this is all playing. This battle's playing into the hands of Potter McPot. Bobby looking to go around the outside of Hyperio, and he's got the place because now he's got the inside line for the next corner. So a good bit of driving from Bobby. Hyperio looking to take the inside line there. Not quite getting it. Maybe into the next one. Looks like he's taking it. Bobby's not having that though. He's got the inside line for this corner into the start finish straight down the hill. Good bit of clean racing from these guys. So Hyperio maybe not as close this lap as he was last. Can he get it done under the toe though? He's gone for the inside line. Yeah, Bobby's kept the place though. Can Hyperio get the cutback? I don't think so. So Dangly Balls dived into the pits for a second time. Along with Street Boy. Hyperio's right on the back of Bobby now. Can he get it done down the hill? Potter's right on the back of him. That's pulled him right into the game as well. Hyperio looking to get the cutback, and he's got it done. And up the hill. Good bit of driving from Hyperio. He read that well. Bobby won't be impressed. He's got Potter right on him as well. Just keep an eye on this battle. So Potter's got the run. Can he get the place taken before the bottom of the hill? Looks like Bobby's got the inside line though. Not this time, I don't think, Potter. He's got the cutback though. Bobby will have the inside line for this corner. If Potter keeps it next to him, he'll have the inside line for the next corner, which he's done. It's a good bit of driving. Oh, it's real tight. Come on, camera change. Oh, still side by side. Potter again with the inside line. Looks like he's taken the place. Yeah, good bit of driving from those two. Kept it clean, side by side, around a couple of those corners. Good bit of driving, lads. Good bit of driving. So unfortunately, Bobby, after that, we just catch him going on the grass. So L game nearly 9 seconds back from the first three. He's got Louis bearing down on him as well. And 0.2 of a second penalty to lose. So he needs to be careful, does L game. Louis is closing that gap on him. Dangly Ball into 6th after coming out of the pits for the second time. Street Boys out of the pits for the second time also. Oh, so we just catch him getting a drift on out of the first corner and puts him back into the last place. Unfortunate for him. So we'll flick back up to Potter and Hyperio. We're having a battle for first place. So Potter taking the outside line into that hairpin. Looks like he's got the place made. So just missed that battle as they ran down the hill into the hairpin. Hyperio's right on the back of him though. He's got an inside line. He liked this inside line against Bobby. It looks like Potter's aware of it, kept him out of it. So both a little bit wide there. Both kicking up the dust. Not giving an inch to either one of them. So Hyperio going for a lunge down the inside, nearly causing chaos. Losing a lot of time to Potter due to that. So lap 14 of lap 8 of 18. Poor MRC Bobby was holding first. He's now 5 seconds back from Hyperio and Potter. He had a good first race. Struggling a little bit in this one. So Louis closed the gap on L Game now. Oh, he's taking the inside line around there as well. So Louis might get this place done unless L Game can keep the position. Yeah, he's got the inside line for this corner. It was a good look, Louis. It was a good look. But now how's he got the run down the hill into the hairpin? Good line. He's gone for the dive. He's taking the inside line. Looks like Louis might keep this position. He's taking it. And he cuts L Game off in the process. Cleanly. Nothing wrong with that. L Game's keeping the pressure on though. Only takes a little mistake from either one of you. That's a position loss. These guys do race really well, really hard and really clean. Louis now pulling away from L Game by the looks of things. So we'll just flick up to the front. So Potter extending his gap away from Hyperio after that lunge into the first corner. Unfortunately, Bobby's losing a bit more time. Looks like he might be losing a bit of time to L Game behind him as well. But Louis now getting past Dangly Ball. He's looking to get the place off L Game. Dangly Ball closing the gap a little bit on Louis there as well. So Street Boy looking at it like he's having a bit of a mare. 34-second gap between him and Dangly Ball. APA 3 seconds back from him also. I do like the sound of that Nissan though. Lovely little grunt to it. As we see Cashman just getting it a little bit wide on the right-hander. As he runs down the hill into the off-camber right. So Potter looking like he's had a bit of a moment. Hyperio's closed that gap to half a second. So it was a 2 and a bit second gap. Potter maybe getting it a bit wide. He's giving Hyperio a look. But extending that gap a little bit again though. are on different tyre compounds, these pair. So Potter McPot on the softs and Hyperio on the mediums. So Bobby not doing bad. He has lost a little bit more time to Dangly Ball, but holding his own at the minute. Elgame must have had a moment. He's dropped behind Louis and Dangly Ball. Maybe Louis and Elgame had a bit of a coming together. Give Dangly Ball a look in. So Elgame bring him at the back of this little pack now. Running almost 34 seconds back from Elgame. He's got 8-second gap between him and APA3, so not a lot to worry about for these guys. And NGR Cashman at the back, unfortunately. He's had a couple of spins, one on the first lap. So Potter pulling out a little bit more of a gap to Hyperio. Just over a second now. Lap 17 of 18. So 2 laps. Can he hold it together? The tyre wear is getting very similar for the pair of them. It seems actually Potter McPot has better tyres than Hyperio. And Potter's on the softs. You'd expect a bit more wear on the softs. They both came in on the same lap. Maybe Hyperio just getting it a bit more drifty out the corners, maybe. Taking a few too many tight lines, trying to take Bobby. So losing a lot of time now to Potter. Just heard him screeching off the track there. So, as we just catch Dangly Ball right on the back of MRC Bobby. I didn't think Bobby was safe. Obviously losing a lot of time to Dangly Ball. Inside line, holding the defensive position. Dangly Ball looking down the outside for maybe the cutback. And he's side by side coming up the hill. Bobby has got the inside line for this corner though. Dangly Ball's looking like he might want it into the next couple. He's gone for a dive down the inside. It's going to be awkward. He's got the inside line for the second corner. Side by side through there into the left-hander. And he takes the place. So a good bit of drive from Dangly Ball there. Hold it together, Bobby. I've only got Louis a couple of seconds behind you, mate. Elgame still holding a 0.2 of a second penalty. Not an issue. I don't know if the rules state he has to lose that before the end of the race. Should really be losing it on the next straight available, but for what it is and how the race is played out, it's not affecting anyone. That's all we ask. You just don't lose your penalty halfway through a corner when you've got 3 people behind you and you start ghosting out and then reappearing. That's all we ask. So Cashman getting past APA3. Flick through to the front, make sure we don't miss the guys coming across the line. So Potter McPot almost with a 7-second lead on Hyperio now. Really good series from Potter so far. say he's probably taken 90% of the wins. Hyperio keeping his winning streak, taking one of the races off him 2 rounds ago. So as we watch Potter come across the line, flashing his lights, swinging the car from left to right, taking first place. Good race, Potter. Hyperio in second, Dangly Ball in third, Bobby in fourth. Oh, Louis closing him down there on the finish line. Yeah, so Elgame just losing his penalty there before the start-finish straight, before the finish line. Good lad. So Street Boy in 7th, Elgame in 8th, sorry, Cashman in 8th. I don't know why I said Elgame. NGR Cashman in 8th, APA 3 coming home in 9th. So we did lose 2 drivers. We did lose Chewy D and ADX Dawson. Unfortunate for them. Any points is points in a race, but if you're ill or you know, needs must, then so be it. So a good bit of racing from the guys as we just watch APA 3 rolling across the line. Looks like he's just about out of fuel. Yeah, he's on tick over. Unfortunate for him. It is one of the risks you run with this format. If you don't do your fuel saving, you might not make it across the line. So again, I hope you enjoyed that, people. That was the Next Gen Racing versus Mature Racing Club team versus team event. It's a 12-week series. This is week 7. There are 5 more weeks to go. I believe there's a break next week, so you will either see me online or you won't. There will be links in the description below to David Appleby Engineering website, to the Next Gen Racing Facebook page and the Mature Racing Club Facebook page also. Again, if you like what you're watching, give us a like, give us a subscribe. The more the merrier. All helps the channel. Cheers for watching, Andre. It was a nice clean race. Congratulations, Potter McPot from Andre. Yes, and all the lads are giving the old congratulations, Potter and Hyperio now. No problem, Andre. I hope it came across all right. It's always good to get a bit of feedback. Don't want to come across too droney or monotonous or anything like that. So yeah, good race from Potter McPot and Hyperio. Some real close battles between the guys all throughout the field as well. Yeah, you never know, Andre. You never know. Like I say, we'll at some point tonight or tomorrow you'll get a message off Potter one way or the other, my friend. I'll make sure of it. Okay, buddy? Cheers, mate. See you later. So, sorry, just chatted with one of the guys. So, yes, this is the Next Gen versus MRC Mature Racing Club team versus team race. This was round 7. There are actually 2 lobbies running. This is the Pro League. There is the Pro Am League running as well. I don't know what times they do. Compared to these guys, very similar, I'd have thought. So again, if you like what you're watching, catch us next week. We will be at, excuse me, I've forgotten already. Where are we next? If it is next week, unless there's a break, we are at Dragon Trail Gardens. That's a sprint race, so same format as tonight. 2 races. First one of 10 laps, second one of 18 laps. No real way of telling you guys whether we're streaming or not, really. I suppose you'll have to join the Next Gen or the MRC pages. That's where I'll post it. Again, if I'm here next week, I'll be here. If I'm not, we're having a break. Hope you like what you're watching, people. My name's darksmoka. I'm finishing the stream right about now. Thank you and goodbye.